y'all. I know. Mm. Cheers, y'all. We are live, and this is my very first live. I'm so excited. We are going to be talking about YouTube tips for a lazy bitch. And this is a series that I'm so excited to start with you guys. We'll let people trickle in when they want to. Also, you can obviously watch the replay. No biggie, no big deal at all. But I'm just going live because I want to do this series live because I just don't want it to really interfere with my other content because this is really like a passion project. Like, genuinely, I am passionate about trying to help people. I'm passionate with giving knowledge about what I just learned over my year on YouTube and going from 0 subscribers to 8.3K. And all the things that people don't tell you about YouTube, how there's a huge learning curve, and how I think that, it's just one of those things that I think a lot of people don't really talk about when it comes to giving genuine YouTube advice, which is why I decided to do this. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, behind the scenes, I've been documenting and making sure to write down all of the things that have been challenging for me, all of the things that I've learned, all of the things that have been an uphill battle for me, particularly in growing my YouTube channel. And we are starting this year-long journey, this year-long series on giving everybody YouTube tips and YouTube advice. So I'm really excited about that. So we are going to start with this. This series, I kind of tried to ask people how they would feel about it. Certain people were like, I don't want to be referred to as a bitch. One person was like, this is low vibrational. And I was just like, child, I mean, I don't know what to say. I think it's a catchy title, YouTube Tips for a Lazy Bitch, because I am definitely lazy at times. And I think I've cracked the code on getting a YouTube strategy that works for me and works for somebody who likes downtime, who likes to chill, who likes to relax. And you can have that with YouTube. You can definitely have that with a YouTube channel. You yourself just need to understand that it takes planning to be able to have free time when you start a YouTube channel. We're going to get into all of that. This first episode, we're going to be talking about 5 tips I think every person who's about to get on YouTube needs to start doing in order to create your YouTube channel. These are 3 things that you must do, in my opinion, when you start your YouTube channel. Like, you have to do these things. Just a little bit about this series. This isn't for the faint of heart. I'm going to be very, very honest. I'm going to be very, very real. I'm going to say it how it is. And if you're sensitive, I may not be the messenger for you, but I promise the message is pure. I promise, I promise, I promise. I'm not trying to, hurt people's feelings. I'm just going to be real and honest. What I noticed in the YouTube guru space was that there was like a huge gap of information for people who are beginners like me. Like, people either got put on really in a long different time of YouTube where the algorithm doesn't even work like that anymore and they don't even remember exactly what they did. They were either really lucky and went viral really quick. They're either too technical with the advice they give for a beginner, like SEO talk, conversations about algorithm, conversations that may not be as approachable for somebody who's new. And I found that, like, when I was starting a year ago, none of the people that were giving advice were really giving it how I wanted to hear it. It wasn't in layman's terms. It wasn't easy to understand. There was a huge learning curve, and I felt like they weren't catering to the fact that clearly, if someone is watching this video, they are a beginner and they don't know what you're talking about. I also feel like, some people are shady and they get put on or they already had a little bit of a following, and that's that extra boost that they were able to become content creators within a year's time, full time, because they had a social media platform somewhere else, and then they don't tell you that. So I was just kind of like, okay, I want to be honest. I want to be real. I want to come from the perspective of somebody who genuinely started this YouTube channel from zero last year. Genuinely started this YouTube channel from nobody, from nothing last year, because I want to help people and let people know that it is still possible to gain a following on YouTube. It is still possible to get monetized within a year. It's still possible to grow on YouTube. It's not a luck based thing, it's really a strategic based thing, and we're going to get into all of that. Also, from the perspective of somebody who wasn't like particularly social media savvy, if that makes sense. Like, there's some people who, like, cheers. There's some people who, even back when I was in high school, were already thinking 10 steps ahead with social media. Whenever they go to a party, whenever they meet new people, they'd exchange Instagram handles, they'd exchange all this kind of stuff. I was never that person. If we worked together, maybe I'd have your Instagram, but it wasn't something that I was pushing. So not only did I start this YouTube channel from literally zero, but I also started it from a place of someone who wasn't like a girl who would do photo shoots for her Instagram, a girl who was Instagram savvy, who had a following on anything. Like, I literally started from zero from all platforms. And I just want to tell you that it's extremely possible for everybody to do so. So let's get into it. Now, um, I guess the first tip that I want to say, because like I said, I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. The first tip of the 5 tips that you must do is you need to change your mindset. You need to change it because, and I got this advice from a YouTube guru that I followed in the beginning. Her name was like Emily Bublé or Dublé or something, and she was amazing with kind of telling things in technical terms. Like, she was really sweet and approachable, and I really liked her content. But you need to change your mindset. This is a job with a learning curve. Taking on being a content creator means you're taking on about 5, 6, 7 different jobs: graphic designer, sound engineer, producer, like marketing tech. You're taking on so many different hats that it's so important that you yourself understand that you are not going to come into this game knowing everything. And you need to understand that and live within that. Because what you find is a lot of people go into YouTube or YouTube content creation very married to the idea that they thought would make them go viral, and they get burnt out so easily when it doesn't work in the way they thought it was going to work, which is usually, I post this video, I'm going to go viral. This is such a good idea, it's going to go viral. It may be a good idea, but you may not be executing it right. And you need to change your mindset about your content. You have to kind of develop this thick skin and become very objective about what you create, what goes viral, what do people like, what are people responding to, what are people excited about, what videos on your channel are doing the best, and double down on that. And can you have another idea like that related to that? Can you see growth in your channel in that way? You have to understand that, like, a lot of people go into this very sensitive, and they think like, okay, I'm going to be a makeup guru, I love makeup, and realize that it's a lot harder to build a platform than they thought it would be, and they get really discouraged and burnt out. And the reality is, maybe you're not being realistic with yourself, and maybe you're not approaching this entire thing in the correct way, if that makes any sense. So I think that the proper mindset before you get into YouTube is to have an honest, humble, and open mind. Point blank, period. You need to be honest, you need to be humble, you need to have an open mind, because you honestly cannot think that you know better when you are picking a job, picking a field to do that literally is dependent on people liking you. You got to be objective. You got to leave your feelings at the door. You may have thought it was a good idea. In execution, it wasn't that good of an idea. And you have to adopt this open and humble mindset in order to understand that at the end of the day, the audience is going to tell you what they like. So be experimental. Lean into the fact that you're new. Lean into the fact that you don't know what you're doing, but try new things so that you can open the breadth of knowledge you have on how to make a good video, how to do a good live, how to make good content that people respond to. Do you know what I'm saying? And having an open and humble mindset and understanding that you don't know everything is the most important part of that, because you yourself need to understand that there are going to be people who have more followers than you, more subscribers, have done it longer. And if they say something in a way where they're trying to give you advice, or they're trying to say, maybe if you did it like that, or maybe your content would be better like this, or I don't like that, you can't take it to heart. You have to understand that you don't know everything and just suck it in and maybe kind of decide, okay, I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to listen to this because I'm still new to this. Leaning into the newness is absolutely key. Absolutely key. Let's go to number 2. Ciao. Let's go to number 2. Okay, this is a good one. Number 2. Consistency is what you make it. A lot of YouTube gurus on here will have you thinking you have the secret formula to becoming monetized in 1 month by doing what they do. And that's just not the truth. Okay. And a lot of times, the linchpin of what they're saying, their secret sauce is posting as often as possible. A lot of people would say post 3 times a week at least. I saw a lot of YouTube gurus pushing that agenda. Post 3 times a week at least, post a short every day, post this, post that. You have to post all the time. But the number one thing that gets people excited about your YouTube channel is consistency. Point blank, period. You deciding to be consistent about what you do, about the videos you drop, about what you create. That is the number one thing that will push your YouTube channel, that will push you and make you commit to doing this as a full-time gig. Do you know what I'm saying? So, what I mean by consistency is what you make it. Consistency, in all honesty, is just a predictable pattern that your audience can predict that your videos will come out at. You know what I mean? A predictable pattern for your audience. So that could mean you post once a month. That could mean you post 4 times a week. That could mean you post 6 times a week. You post once every 2 months, but you put your all in that video. And so when I say consistency is what you make it, you have to look before you start your YouTube channel and take inventory of what is going on in your life. Do you have kids? Do you have a pet? Do you have a man? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a partner? Do you have a job? Do you have a 9 to 5? Do you have sports? Do you have other activities? Do you have school? Do you have other things that take up and eat up your time? And you have to be real with yourself about how much time you can commit to YouTube realistically, not aspirational wise, not you saying, I can do 3 a week. I can do three videos a week. No, babe, you can't. You have a dog, you have a baby, you have a 9 to 5. Let's be real about what we can accomplish, because don't get put in the propaganda cycle of you need to post as often as possible. If you're posting as often as possible, but you don't have time to edit, you don't have time to quality control your video, you don't have time to come up with new concepts, you get burnt out easily and you stop posting, honey, it's about picking a consistency pattern that fits your lifestyle. So if you're a busy person, if you're a busy mom, and posting once a month is realistic, and I mean not just posting, but having the time to prepare for said video, edit said video, market said video, and post said video, and then promote said video. That's what I mean by taking inventory of your life and understanding that YouTube is not just posting the video on YouTube, or trying to be a content creator is just not posting the video on YouTube. Trying to be a content creator is also understanding that you need to know graphic design. You need to know the best times to post for your content. You need to know how to prepare people for your content. You need to know how to market your content. You need to know how to do these things. So when you're being realistic about your life, and you're sitting down and you're thinking of the YouTube schedule that would work best for you, that is why I say do not be aspirational. Do not be aspirational. Understand that you're going to have to keep up this pattern in a consistent way for people to understand when you drop, how you drop, what your YouTube channel is like, and what it's giving. And as soon as you fall off, people fall off with you. So if it's not realistic for you to post 6 times a week, don't try. If it's more realistic for you to post bi-weekly, then do that. But give it your all for those videos so people know, okay, bi-weekly, it may not be as often as I want, but at least I know every other week I will get a bomb ass video with a bomb ass topic with a bomb person doing it. Point blank, period. And that's just how I feel about consistency, because people will tell you need to post at least 3 times a week. You need to post at least 4 times a week in order for YouTube to even know you exist. That's not the truth. The truth is, posting consistently can mean whatever you want it to mean. And as long as you post consistently and as long as the content is quality, YouTube will see it and do the rest. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Okay. Let's see. Number 3, Chow. Number 3. Excuse me. I'm going to save that for last, actually. We'll get to that last. Chow. Okay. Number 3. Choose something that you would do for free. I can't stress this enough. Choose something that you would already be doing, because if you go into a lot of these Facebook groups, if you go under the comments of some YouTube guru pages, you see that people are saying, give me ideas for YouTube videos. Give me ideas for YouTube videos. What are popular ideas for YouTube videos? What are people making YouTube videos about? You need to pick a topic that you are interested in genuinely. And if you don't know, you're not ready for a channel. If you don't know how to make a YouTube, to think about your interests and understand that the reality of YouTube is that you're going to be doing this for free for a long time, on average a year at least. You're going to be putting in a lot of work into something that you are going to be getting nothing out of monetarily. So don't pick something that you perceive to be popular, hoping that'll get you on quicker and you can skip some steps. Think about, what would you be doing for free? The reason why I chose true crime is because I would be watching a true crime doc. I'd be looking into a true crime story. I'd be reading about a true crime story if the camera were on, if the camera were off. So I picked something that I was passionate enough about that even if I wasn't making money doing it, baby, even if I wasn't making money doing it, I'd still be doing it. So I knew that I couldn't really talk myself out of creating content for this channel, because at the end of the day, I would be watching a true crime doc. So why not just watch the true crime doc and review it on my TikTok? Why not just watch the true crime doc and make a YouTube video about it? Why would I pick something like learning how to sail when I don't have access to a boat and I don't even like the ocean that much? And that's what I see a lot of y'all doing. You pick things that are aspirational. You see people like James Charles or Jackie Ina who have beautiful homes and have lifestyle channels. And you say, I want to be a lifestyle YouTube guru. But your life isn't aesthetic yet. A lot of the people who are lifestyle YouTubers now were once makeup YouTubers, were once DIY YouTubers, were once gardening YouTubers who transitioned into something else because they grew a following and were able to live this aesthetic life that they could show off. You don't necessarily start as a lifestyle YouTuber. That's not the pattern. And if you don't have the chops, like knowing design, knowing things about how to put a house together, how to put a room together, knowing the things that are required to actually make good lifestyle content, baby, you're gonna blow a hole in your boat and sink it before you even start. And that would be on you. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that, like, you have to think really long and really hard, and no one else can help you. You have to say to yourself, I love makeup. Okay. That's the first thing. I love makeup. That's a great idea. That's a great way. You already know people go on YouTube to look for makeup inspo. But okay, are you good at makeup? Is the next question that you need to ask yourself. Be realistic. Are you good at makeup? Because at this time in YouTube and social media, if you're trying to be a beauty guru, you better come correct. Because these 15-year-olds, these 14-year-olds, they are coming with MUA quality makeup skills. It's not for the faint of heart. If you're giving 2010 beauty guru makeup skills, this may not be the thing for you. Or maybe you being the makeup tutorial girly like Nikki Tutorials isn't the thing for you, but you can be a makeup YouTuber with a twist. You can say, I'm trying, 100 days of me trying YouTube makeup trends, 100 days of me trying to get better at my makeup, 100 days of me trying to da 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 da. You come at it from a different angle. You may love makeup, but can you give a drag race girl's eye? Can you give a contour routine that will have the girls gagging? Or do you just like makeup? Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a process to deciding what you choose, but you have to understand that it has to be something within your wheelhouse of skill, within your, as you are now, not aspirationally, within your wheelhouse of skill now, and within your wheelhouse of doability now. And is it something you're passionate enough about to do without getting paid? Because even when I was monetized and became monetized, the check isn't a lot, you guys. You're not making billions of dollars. Monetization, the goal of monetization is literally the bottommost rung of a goal for your YouTube channel. You want to get to monetization, but you also want to be able to live off of that monetization, which means the next like year, 2 years, 3 years is meant to build on the foundation. When you get monetized, you're getting a few cents a view. Like, if I'm being completely transparent, and I plan to on this series, you're getting a few cents a view. You know what I mean? It takes a lot for you to get and meet the $100 threshold every month for views on a YouTube short, a YouTube video, for you to be able to even touch the money that you make. So if you understand that reality, you will pick something that you are personally passionate about no matter what. Do you love dolls? Do you love to sew? Do you love to crochet? Do you make your own patterns? Do you make your own candles? If this is something that you do and would do for free, that is your YouTube channel idea. And how can you work it? And how can you tweak it? And how can you maneuver it to make it unique? Because that's the second part to the question. Do you have the setup, the skill, the ability to film it in the highest quality, to deliver it at the highest quality? No. But can you come in entry level and say, this YouTube channel is about me learning how to do this over time. So watch me try new things, watch me try new techniques on sewing, watch me try and do this viral sewing pattern, watch me try and do these viral crochet hats. Can I do it? I'm a beginner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think outside of the box. For me, it wasn't just doing true crime, because everybody's just doing true crime. It wasn't me just telling a true crime story. It's okay, but what's the mission statement behind the channel, and why would my true crime stories be unique? What would make my channel unique in the space? And okay, focusing on BIPOC true crime. You see what I'm saying? It all comes together, but it's a slow thing. For me personally, I started my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel idea was originally going to be an IGTV series way at the beginning of COVID. And it took me all of 2020 to refine and refine and refine my YouTube idea till I decided, let me just make a YouTube channel and do it. Then after that, the planning stages happened. Do you see what I mean? So to jump into YouTube without a strategy, without a plan, to not even know what you're interested enough in to create a channel about, you're going to burn out, you're going to fail, it's not going to work. Period. Point blank period. Okay, the next thing, Joe, and I'm gonna do my next, Facebook content creation live is gonna be discussing YouTube gurus deciding and pushing for people to go into YouTube Facebook groups. And we're gonna go full throttle deep into why I think Facebook groups are horrible. But no sub for sub. And I don't understand why I have to say that, but a lot of people do sub for sub. If you don't know what sub for sub is, there's a lot of names for it. There's support for support, genuine support for support, there's sub for sub, there's lots of different things. The reality is sub for sub is people who subscribe to your channel on a transactional basis. So oftentimes you'll find it on TikTok, on YouTube, follow trains, things like that, on the Facebook groups where they'll say, I'll watch a video if you watch one of mine. I'll subscribe to your channel if you watch one of mine. The reality is, YouTube doesn't play that mess. There have been several horror stories that I've heard of people who did sub for sub, reach monetization, had their channel snatched because you're not supposed to do sub for sub. It directly violates YouTube community guidelines. And it's also false, right? People think that is what marketing your YouTube channel is. Getting in the gutters, doing subscribe for subscribe as much as you can in order to build up your subscribership. That is not what marketing your YouTube channel is. You end up hurting and fucking over your YouTube channel ability because you are just saying, I'll subscribe to you, and if you subscribe to me, but there's no follow through. Do they even like your content? Will they watch your next video? Do they care? No, probably not. They're trying to do this so they can gain a subscriber just like you gained a subscriber. Does that mean that you're going to get monetized from this one person subscribing to your channel? No, you're going to end up hurting your channel in the long run because, yeah, you may have the 1,000 subscribers you need to be monetized, but do you have the 4,000 watch hours though? If all your 1,000 subscribers are not watching your content, or at least a percentage enough for you to get some money off of that, even if you did get monetized from subbing sub for sub, you would end up getting $2 a video, 2 cents on the dollar for a view, compared to your followership and what you should be able to earn. You would have a bunch of ghost followers who don't respond to your content, who don't comment, who don't do anything, who don't share it, which is how you get from making a couple cents a video to being able to quit your job and live off of a YouTube check. Do you see what I mean? And building a community of people who will buy your merch and have it sell out, will buy your live tickets, will send you super chats, will do all these things with you. You don't create that by depending solely on sub for sub. Plus, it's a ton of work. And a lot of people unsubscribe, so it ends up being pointless. You're over here trolling for subscribers with people who are also trolling for subscribers, and ultimately they'll unsubscribe to you because it'll make them look better if they have less people that they're subscribed to and more subscribers. Do you feel what I'm saying? Sub for sub is a death trap. Sub for sub is literally something that will kill your channel before it starts. And it'll be your fault because you're not heeding my warning. There have been so many people in these Facebook groups. I'll kind of get into it, but I'm doing a full live next month on Facebook groups and why they are the devil and the bane of my existence. But there have been so many times in a Facebook group where someone will be like, a lot of people will go on the Facebook group and say, I'm so pissed. Like, I had 100 subscribers last night. Now I have 82. All you guys are not genuine. Da 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 da. I hate you. I hate you. I hate this group. No one's genuine. Blah blah blah. But that's the truth. You take one step forward to take 10 steps back because none of these people really have an obligation, are not genuinely interested in anything that you're creating. They are just doing it so they can get a sub from you. That is a point blank period. So to use that as a marketing strategy is going to get you nowhere because you are forever going to wake up with people unsubscribing to your stuff. And not only that, they can stay subscribed. But if they don't actually watch your stuff, baby, it's done. Your channel's done. Your channel's dead in the water. Point blank, period. So don't do it, but we'll get more into Facebook groups and why I hate them in the next live. Yes. Last but not least, all I'm going to say is be realistic with who you are and what you're capable of because that is it. People love genuinely connecting with the person that makes the YouTube content. That is why YouTube became a viable place to have a job and make money and build content. Do you know what I mean? That's why being a content creator started to become what it was the relatability of the people that would come onto their screen and say, I just bought this from Mac. Here's a genuine haul. Here's a try on haul. Here are my favorites. That is where it started. So don't take the idea of having to be aesthetic or whatever out of your mind and understand that you have to start somewhere. And a lot of times you will grow because people will genuinely want to support you and watch you grow and watch your journey and be there for the ride. Thank you. People will be there for the ride. People will want to watch you grow. People will want to genuinely sit there and say, I remember when she had a ring light in her parents' house, and now she has her house of her own with a kid. Like my favorite YouTubers from the past, I've seen them grow up, get married, have kids, build a house, build a life, build a successful career. And you love that because it makes you feel like you had a part in that. So you need to get out of your mind in saying like, oh, my house doesn't look like Jackie Ina's house. I can't make lifestyle content. It's the best. My house doesn't look like so and so's house. My makeup drawer, I don't have a vanity. I don't have space for that. You need to get out of your mind of thinking that that's where you need to be in order to genuinely grow on YouTube. We love to see the growth. We love to see your shitty camera quality and then notice when you get a new camera. We love to see you had a shitty mic and then you have a nice mic because you're growing and your journey is happening and we're seeing you become more professional, more serious about it. We love to see it. So you need to be realistic. Now the B side of being realistic, which is also understanding in your mind that okay, at the end of the day, are you makeup guru worthy material? And that's not being shady. But let's be real. Like I said previously, the girls are 12, the girls are coming out of the womb knowing how to do a cut crease. If you are not on an MUA level, if you are not genuinely moving the needle of creativity when it comes to makeup, if you are not genuinely that bitch when it comes to makeup, becoming a YouTube makeup guru in 2023 may not be feasible in the way you think it is. You know what I mean? Becoming that girl in the makeup field may not be feasible for you if you aren't giving it how it needs to be gave because the girls are being born with a contour palette in their hand. You have to understand and be realistic. Okay, this is a level of my skill, but I love makeup. So what does that mean? What does that mean? If I genuinely love makeup, if I genuinely care about the makeup community on YouTube, if I genuinely want to make a YouTube channel about makeup, how can I approach this? Okay? I'm getting better now that I wear makeup more regularly, but it's like you have to be real. If you aren't coming off knowing exactly how to do your shit, Nowadays, it's not 2010 YouTube, it's 2023 YouTube. So you had better be coming correct. So how do you approach it if you want to still have a makeup YouTube channel, but you're not as good as the other girls? Well, your whole YouTube channel can be you attempting to learn or follow tutorials of popular YouTube girlies until you get better. Your whole YouTube channel can be you learning techniques from MUAs and putting it on yourself as a basic beginner for people to then be able to internalize that and say, okay, I can see your growth. You started not knowing how to contour your nose, and through a couple videos, now you know how to do a good base. Okay, girl, now you know how to do good eyebrows. Okay, girl, and see your process of growth. That's how I would approach that, right? If you're not a fashion girl, if you're not, here's a good example. If you are not somebody who knows how to grow a single plant or knows how to take care of a single plant, what does that mean for you? But you have a huge love and passion for gardening or wanting to learn how to garden. Make a YouTube channel documenting your journey of starting from zero knowledge to becoming a gardener with a home garden that has produces beautiful fruits and vegetables every year. Document the process because that is relatable. People will watch it and say, if she could do it, I could do it. All it took for her to learn how to do that was to watch this video and just have the audacity to try and document it. So I can do it. There was I want to start getting back into sewing because I know how to sew. I used to do costuming at my high school. But if you want to learn how to sew, if you want to learn how to knit, if you want to learn how to embroider, and you want a YouTube channel in that niche, you document your journey learning how, because the people will eat that up. Don't try and posture yourself and pretend that you're this MUA who knows everything about makeup. You're this gardener with a green thumb. You're this sewer and seamstress who can make dresses like the Met Gala. Don't pretend to be that. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with what you're coming into this as. Be realistic with yourself. Be realistic not only with your YouTube idea, be realistic with how much time you can commit to this. Can you do this and post a video 3 times a week? Or are you more a once a month girl? And like I said previously, posting a video isn't the only thing. There's about 6 jobs attached to being a YouTube content creator if you want to take it seriously. You have to graphic design, you have to market, you have to do all this. So when I say posting YouTube videos 3 times a week, I mean marketing that YouTube video, planning that YouTube video, filming it, editing it, and posting it. Can you commit to that 3 times a week just because Belinda on YouTube told you that that's the secret key to be getting monetized in 2 weeks? Honey, no. You need to learn for yourself what works for you, and you need to be realistic about your life situation. A lot of this advice that I'm giving you guys is based solely in you knowing yourself and being honest about what you know, because the knowledge is there. I didn't come on YouTube knowing how to use a ring light perfectly, how to set up everything perfectly, how to have a perfect setup. No, but you learn and you grow and you tweak. I didn't start on YouTube knowing how to make the perfect thumbnail for everything. But you know what I did do? I researched, I learned, and if my thumbnail was ugly, I redid it. I didn't come in here knowing everything. You will never know everything. But you have to embrace that and understand that you have to be open and humble to learn the process. This is why that is the first thing I said in my 5 things you need to do. You need to work on that mindset. If you're too sensitive, if you're too defensive, maybe it's not your time to be a YouTuber, because there's going to be a lot of times where you feel like, okay, for this, okay, when I first started YouTube, being live on YouTube and talking to like one person or 0 people or 2 people fluctuating would have intimidated me. Do you know what I'm saying? But I know that this is my first live in a series of lives where I'm going to be giving you genuine tea on how to make a good YouTube channel. So I'm I'm confident in the content that I'm making. I don't mind talking to myself. I don't mind talking to one person. I don't mind talking to 10 people. I don't mind because I know that through time, as I make this a pattern and I stick to this consistently, I will be able to grow the audience base for these lives. But starting out, I may have been like, "Oh my god, there's 0 people in the live right now. I'm gonna just stop. I'm just gonna end the live. Oh my god, there's 1 person in the live commenting. There's 1 person da, 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 who I'm gonna just end the live." No, bitch. Get up on that live, finish what you're gonna say, market it as a video, do what you need to do, and be confident in your messaging because starting YouTube, there's nothing like that feeling of starting a YouTube channel because you're so exposed, you're so vulnerable. It is a feeling like no other. But I'm excited by that feeling now. After doing what I did with my YouTube channel, I literally went from 0 to 8.3K subscribers in a single year. I was monetized in 5 months from 0. I know that this may take time to catch on. Thank you. Thanks for coming. I know it'll take time to catch on. I know this is a little bit different than my normal content. I already know that. But what I will tell you is that I'm passionate. This is my passion project. I'm not going to quit on this. And whoever wants to listen, if I can even help one of you, push yourself to the edge to decide to actually do this and try it for yourself, but try it the lazy bitch way, I will be happy. Period. If I can dispense this knowledge to at least one of you, I will be happy. So watch the replay. I'll be talking about this live further this week, child. But I just want you guys to know that these are the 5 things you need to do before you even think of a channel name, make a channel name, make a channel, make a banner. These are the things you need to do before you do that. The 5 things you need to do before you do that. I love you guys so much. This is the first of many. I will be going live every month at the end of the month for y'all. Oh, I'm so glad you found me on TikTok. I'll be going live every month at the end of the month, last week of the month, live on a Thursday. Typically, I'm doing it on Wednesday because I'm seeing a movie with my friend Jenna tomorrow, but I'll be going live. And next month's video is going into detail as to why Facebook, YouTube groups are the fucking hellscape of the world and they're the devil. Do not do them. Do not pay into them. Do not even begin to start there. But I hope you enjoyed this live. And for those watching the replay, baby, hi, hello, love you. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you get just a nugget of knowledge from this, babe. More to come, a lot more to come. Love you. Thank you, Bina B, for watching. Hey, and I hope that this inspires you to try to start a YouTube channel. That being said, Black Lives Matter, free Palestine until it's backwards. Love you guys. Bye.